we are going to start our inaugural ceremony of General Council meeting 2018 in Kathmandu. First of all, chairing ceremony I want to conduct. May I request President of YF Nepal, Comrade Ramesh Paudel, upon the dais to chair this welcome and inaugural ceremony of GC meeting, Comrade Ramesh Paudel. Likewise, President of All Nepal Free Student Union, Honorable Nabina Lama, I would like to request her to take a seat. Similarly, President of YCL Nepal, Comrade Deep Sikha, to take a seat. Similarly, President of All Nepal Free Student Union, Revolutionary, Comrade Ranjit Tamang, to take a seat. Now, on this very important inauguration ceremony of General Council meeting of UFD, I would like to humbly request Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal and President of Communist Party of Nepal, Comrade KP Sharma Oli, to have a seat of chief guest of this program. Chief guest of this program, Comrade KP Sharma Oli. Okay. Similarly, I would like to request Minister of Foreign of Nepal, Honorable Pradeep Gyawali, please take a seat as a special guest of this program, General Council meeting of UFD inaugural ceremony. We have other minister also. Honorable Minister of Labour and Employee, Honorable Gokarna Bista, Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Jagat Vishwakarma. I would like to request him to take a seat as a guest of this program. Minister of Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Ravindra Adhikari. Similarly, I would like to request our President of World Federation of Democratic Youth, Comrade Nicholas Papadimitriou, as a guest of this program. I would like to request all the standing and central committee of member of CPN to take a seat as a guest of this program. Similarly, Party CCM and in charge of YF Nepal, Comrade Mahendra Pandey, I would like to request him to have a seat as a guest of this program. Likewise, former President of YF Nepal and Coordinator of Helping Committee of GC meeting, Comrade Mahesh Basnet, I would like to request him to take seat as a guest of this program. He is our former minister also. Similarly, former President of YF Nepal and CCM and sub-in-charge of YF Nepal, Comrade Niru Devi Pal, to take a seat as a guest of this program. Similarly, I would like to request Executive Vice President of National Youth Council, Comrade Madhav Dungel, as a guest of this program, I would like to request him. Similarly, President of World Peace Council to Nepal, Comrade Ravindra Adhikari, I would like to request him to take a seat as a guest of this program. All the Member of Parliament and Province Member of Parliament, I would like to request them to take a seat as a guest of this program. Former President of YF Nepal and former Vice President of UFD, Comrade Udayraj Pandey, I would like to have a seat as a guest of this program. Comrade Udayraj Pandey. Similarly, former President of YF Nepal, Comrade Rajiv Pahari. He is also the province Member of Parliament. Similarly, I would like to request Ganesh Manpun. He is the former President of YCL and former Minister also. So I would like to request him to take a seat as a guest of this program. Similarly, Vice President of UFD, Abhayvarna Archingge Kamini Lasanta Abhayvarna, to take a seat as a guest of this program from Sri Lanka. I would like to request UFD Vice President Naftal Dinenige Kambuguno to take a seat as a guest of this program. Another Vice President of UFD, Adnan El Mokdad, to take a seat as a guest of this program. Likewise, General Secretary of UFD, Jose Angel Mauri de Toro, to take a seat as a guest of this inaugural ceremony. I would like to request former Vice President of UFD, Comrade Yogendra Sai, to take a seat as a guest of this program. Similarly, former General Secretary of UFD, Comrade Harchand Singh, he is the Veterans Leader, to have a seat as a guest of this program. Former Vice President of UFD, Comrade Girish Phande, I would like to request him to take as a seat, guest of this program. Similarly, I would like to request Comrade Sundar Bhusal, Asia Pacific Region Coordinator, to take a seat as a guest of this program. Our sharing program will continue. So I am going to end the program now. Welcome speech of this General Council meeting. So I would like to request our Senior Vice President, Comrade Kiran Paudel, to deliver his welcome speech.
Respected Chairperson of the event, our Chief Guest of this event, Right Honorable Prime Minister and Chairman of Communist Party of Nepal, Comrade K.P. Sharma Oli. Similarly, Honorable Foreign Minister as a special guest, and all our invited leaders in the floor, and all the dignitaries and representatives from all over the world, and all the participants in the program. First of all, I would like to express our greetings and gratitude on behalf of the youth of Nepal, on behalf of youth and students from Communist Party of Nepal, and on behalf of as a coordinator of this event. I would like to welcome you all in this event. On behalf of all the youth and students of that country among 10 countries in the world, which was protected its national sovereignty when the imperialism was clutching the world, and the country always remains undefeated when the world was rampant by the colonization and the different activities of the imperialism. So, paying honor and paying homage to our glorious history, I would like to remember and honor our ancestors who had delivered the message of peace, solidarity, and the civilization from this territory throughout the whole world, and they have proven that the soil is the originate of the peace, solidarity, and the civilization in the world, and which remains always undefeated by any source of imperialist activities from a long time in Nepal. But apart from this, before few decades, there are some missurroundings and there are some obstacles that Nepalese people have to face there, and we are compelled to face different kind of interventions from different territory. And Nepalese youth and Nepalese politics is compelled to face the different series of hegemony from the different soil in Nepal. But at this time, after a long time of history of Communist Party of Nepal, it's our pride that we have our chairman, Comrade K.P. Sharma Oli, who was continuously fighting against all kinds of hegemony and all kinds of different intervention by different imperialist power in the world. They are directly or indirectly influencing their activities in Nepal. So in this program today, we are having our chief guest, who is not only a hero of the prosperity of New Nepal, he is a hero of our national sovereignty, and he is the architect of our prosperity in future. So I would like to express our greetings on behalf of all Nepalese youth and on behalf of all the delegates from all around the world. And friends and comrades, so we Nepalese people and Nepalese youth are always proud of our history, and similarly we are focusing our movement accordingly in future to conduct our struggle against the imperialism worldwide. Now, we are in the inauguration ceremony in this event. Our Honorable Prime Minister says that whenever I would like to remember a quote, and that is quoted by our Honorable Prime Minister. He says, many countries in the world, they could vary on their size, economy, and population, but the dignity and the national sovereignty is equal for all, and it is always should be equal for all countries. Either it should be for Nepal or United Kingdom, either it's for Bhutan or United States of America. Sovereignty and the dignity is equal for all. It's not mine, it's the quotation of our Right Honorable Prime Minister. So, with this spirit that our party has delivered to us, to all cadre of youth and students organization of Nepal Communist Party, we are planning our program, and we are planning each and every sector-wise cross-cutting issues regarding our struggles against the imperialism, regarding our movement for the national dignity, for the national independence and our national sovereignty. We are moving in this way. So at last, all these issues are our common issues. And there is another issue in UFD and all over. It's common for our world activities, that is the employment, and that is the common issue for education and health for students or youth sector. These all are our common factor. So this forum could be the best forum to make the draft as a common resolution of this seminar, of this GC meeting. So at the end of my speech, once again, I would like to welcome again all of you delegates from all around the world, all of the participants in the hall, and at last, I want to appeal with our leaders, senior leaders here, long live our world peace, long live our solidarity, long live our Long live our struggle against the imperialism. Long live our Communist Party. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade Kiran, for his beautiful welcome speech. Now, I would like to request everyone at this hall for 1 minute observation of silence to all the known and unknown martyrs of all around the world who lost their life in different revolutions of the world. Start. Thank you. Now I am going to add one cultural dance of Newari culture. So I would like to request our from Rashtriya Nazgar team. They are coming and I want to request them to show this culture of Newari. Thank you, all the artists. This was the typical dhime naach of Newari culture. So once again, thank you. So I would like to add the inaugural ceremony or inaugural program of the GC meeting. Inauguration of the GC meeting. Now I kindly request our party chairperson, Right Honorable Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, for the inauguration of this opening ceremony of GC meeting by lighting the lamp. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to add our chief guest of this program. He is going to deliver the speech to all of us. Please, I would like to request him to deliver his speech as a chief guest of this program.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mr. Chairman of the program, special guest, Foreign Minister Mr. Pradeep Gemwali, other guests on dais, and delegates, guests from different countries, from different parts of the world, delegates and the youths, and all other friends who are present here, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to extend my best wishes for the grand success of this program. Today, General Council meeting of the very reputed organization and an old organization of the youth, which has a very long and glorious history of 72 years, organized history. And which has contributed a lot in different areas for the rights of people, for social justice and equality, for freedoms, and for the interest of youths, students, and as a whole, human beings and human society, is today organized here in Kathmandu. It's a matter of happiness for me that you have selected the venue, Kathmandu, to hold the meeting of General Council. I would like to thank the organization for holding this meeting in Kathmandu, and wish success of the program on behalf of not only Nepalese youths, but entire Nepalese people and the government of Nepal also. I would like to welcome delegates from different countries, from different continents. and would like to appreciate your contributions and the contribution of this organization. I need not say that this organization's age is older than mine. I am 67 and this organization is. I was born at the beginning of February of 1952, and this organization was already working before that. Today, this is a special time for Nepal, and you are holding this meeting in Kathmandu, the capital, federal capital of Nepal. We fought a struggle for a long time for political rights, for political democratic system, and for social justice and equality, empowering the women and others. But now the struggle for political rights and freedom is completed. Now we have federal system, we have democratic system, and we have a republican setup. The main agendas, political agendas and demands of the people are achieved. Particularly, in 2015, we promulgated the Constitution through the Constituent Assembly. And the Constitution is completely a democratic Constitution with all characteristics of democracy, fundamentals of democracy, from different angles, from all points of view, political, economic, social, cultural, on the question of national interests, national sovereignty, or independence, or elections, and formation of the representative bodies in those levels, and formation of the governments in all levels, executives in all levels. Now we have entered into a new phase. And just day before, our President, Right Honorable Madam Bhandari, addressed the joint meeting of both houses of the Federal Parliament. And through her address, the policy and program for the coming fiscal year of the government is declared. The discussion on those policies and program is continue in the Parliament now. Just I proposed there to start the discussion. And the discussion is already started and in progress. A few things I want to make clear, that we have in Nepal elected by the people, not captured, but elected by the people. An elected government we have, with majority. And that majority is brought through that election which was not conducted by the present government or by the present majority holder parties or party. The then government, which is now in opposition, held the election and we got majority. Why I am mentioning this? Because there is no chance to allege us about rigging. There is no chance. No one can say that we brought majority because of we did so many wrong things or organized riggings. Anything. There cannot be any allegation. Elections were free, fair and impartial, and the people, more than 70% people took part in those elections and they voted for us. At that time, two major left parties, two major communist parties of Nepal, Communist Party of Nepal Unified Marxist-Leninist and Communist Party of Nepal Maoist Center were separate. But they created a situation of coalition, declared common election manifesto and went jointly to the election. And they got majority. And with the demand of the people and expectation of the people, now the Nepalese people want stability, peace, good governance, no corruption, cleanliness and development. So the slogan, desire, determination and program, everything is based on the demands of the people, these demands, that good governance and development. So we gave the slogan that prosperous Nepal and happy Nepali. That is our motto. And within 5 years, which is our term by the election, within these 5 years, we will build a strong foundation of our administrative system for good governance, rule of law for good governance, and concrete development programs, project with vision. And for these reasons, two parties joined together and a few days before, just today, 5-6 days just passed, two parties merged in one. So now we are a single Communist Party of Nepal, or Nepal Communist Party, which is in majority. I would like to request the leaders of OFD and leaders of different youth organizations of different countries to carry this message that the Marxist philosophy, Marxist-Leninist ideology and idea of social justice and equality is not outdated. It is more vivid and valid. It is more fresh. And from this victory of Nepalese people for freedom, for social justice and equality, and with a new definition, that democracy is not limited within the circle of political rights. Democracy means political rights. That's not true. Political rights is one and major aspects of democracy. But that is not enough. Democracy must be comprehensive. And democracy must be system of society. Democracy must be system of the people, where sovereignty must be in the hands of people, or the people must be sovereign. That is democracy. Democratic system is the system of people and the system which works for the people. So now, presenting the policy and program, we have, first of all, what is our idea? We keep the people in our eyes first. People. Our policy is for people. Our program is for people. All the policies and programs are for the people. And in this way, comprehensive democracy, comprehensive social change, with social justice and equality. We are not giving a stress or importance to the growth of production or productivity, but also the justified distribution system. Distribution system also should be democratic one and in favor of all people. In this regard, youth particularly in our country, to bring this situation, I would like to appreciate the role of the youths in Nepal. Their engagement, their involvement, their enthusiasm, their activities, and their tireless efforts, continuous efforts in this regard are praiseworthy and appreciable. So many forces try to mislead our youth. So many forces try to divert the attention of the youth on unnecessary things, other areas, provoking them on harmful issues like sentimental issues, sometimes communalism, sometimes on the basis of locality and areas, on the question of religion, but different from the real issues of the youth, of the students, and of the people. The real issues are issues of equal rights, equal opportunities, equal security, and equal dignity for all. These are the issues. They must get job. They must get opportunity. They must get right. And I'd like to thank youth organizations, particularly the largest youth organization of Nepal, Youth Federation of Nepal, and other organizations also, basically, and contributing a lot actively, not only taking part in this movement, but in fact, in many occasions, leading the movements, driving the movements in proper direction. So today we are here. And I believe that this General Council meeting which is here to formulate future action plans. In the change contest, not only in Nepal, but globally, the contest is changed. Situations are changed. So in this change contest and situations, now our youths should take new, practical, not sentimental, but practical and correct working plans to go ahead on the path of freedom, rights, prosperity, justice, etc. And to strengthen the youth movements in different countries and mobilize the youth organizations and youth movement in proper direction and protecting the youths from being misled by different reactionary forces. They want to mislead the youth. In my opinion, the most important thing is to organize the youths with concrete and correct policies and drive them in a unified way towards correct aims and goals. I believe that this General Council meeting will be able to formulate and decide these tasks at the end of this meeting, I believe. Once again, I would like to welcome delegates from different countries. And later on perhaps we will meet again. Either in one dinner or lunch, I'll meet you. On that occasion also we can exchange our opinions. And now I have another meeting and another program, so I have to leave. So I don't want to continue my speech more. Again, I would like to extend best wishes for the grand success of this program. And would like to thank the organizers for inviting me in this inaugural session of this important international meeting of General Council of UBDI. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal, our party President, Comrade K.P. Sharma Oli for his speech as a chief guest of this program. May I call upon on the stage Comrade Niru Devi Pal, sub-in-charge of the YF Nepal, to have a seat in stage. And now may I kindly request Party Chairman, Right Honorable Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli and UPD President Nicholas Papadimitriou and Foreign Minister jointly released the journal named Namaste, published by YF Nepal and ANFFCU. So for this, I would like to call Mr. Sudip Sapkota, Vice President Hasta Sai of YF Nepal, Anjana Adhikari, Arati Lama and Esu Lama to come forward for this job. We have another journal called Yuva Awaz, that is Nepali edition of YF Nepal, and another is Namaste, which is already been published and released. The cultural program is our two journal, English edition Namaste, which is published in the occasion of UPD General Council meeting, and another Nepali edition Yuva Awaz that is being released. So thank you, Right Honorable Prime Minister and our party President, Comrade K.P. Sharma Oli, for this job. Now I would like to request you all that our chief guest of this program, Comrade K.P. Sharma Oli, is leaving this program because of his important meeting. So I would like to request you all to farewelling him by giving big hand. I would like to add one cultural presence, that is Hutkeli Nritte, and our party president, Right Honorable Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli is going to leaving this hall. So I'd like to request you all to farewelling him by big hand. I'd like to now request our cultural group of Rashtriya Nachghar for the Hutkeli Nritte. This is one of the famous culture of Nepal. So they are going to show our culture, Hutkeli Nritte, Hutkeli dance. Thank you. Thank you all the artists of Rashtriya Naच. May I call upon on the dais our Honorable Foreign Minister Pardeep Gewali to deliver his speech as a special guest of this program.
Thank you, Santosh Ji, Chairperson of the program, Chairman of the World Federation of Democratic Youth, Leader of Youth and Student Movements, participants from the various parts of the globe, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to congratulate you all for successfully organizing this very important meeting, General Council meeting 2018 of World Federation of Democratic Youth in Kathmandu. I would like to welcome you all the participants who traveled all the way from Latin America, Africa, Europe, East Asia, North Asia, and various parts of the globe. And I would like to express my best wishes for the grand success of this General Council meeting. I appreciate the vibrant, dynamic, and a revolutionary role of the day. During these last 7 decades of his struggle, it has contributed a lot to establishing the peace, human rights, to express strong solidarity for the various national independent movements, revolutions, and the struggles of the people all over the world. We are very thankful to you because your support during our hard time of the devastating earthquake of 2015 and the blockade of 2015 and 16 was very important for us. Your support gave us self-confidence, enthusiasm, and a zeal to fight against the adversity of those days. And I would like to expect your support in the days to come as well. Dear friends, comrades, you are in Kathmandu in a very crucial, important and interesting time period of Nepalese history. Just a moment ago, Right Honorable Prime Minister highlighted the latest political development in our country. During these 2.5 years of very turbulent moment, Nepal achieved a lot. We promulgated a new constitution with full-fledged democracy and a socialist orientation. We faced very adverse situation of blockade. We implemented the constitution full-fledgedly down to the grassroots. We held the election in all 3 levels of the federal setup. Now we have 753 local governments, 7 provincial governments, and 1 federal government with absolute majority. And with this formation of new government, Nepal has embarked in an entirely new era of political stability, and our government has focused or set its goal to achieve rapid economic growth with social justice and to fulfill the aspirations, long-cherished aspiration of Nepalese people to have a prosperous and a happy life. To achieve these goals, we need broader international support. And you are the key persons who can mobilize broader international support. So, please convey our very strong and clear message to your country that Nepal is now in completely a new era. Nepal focused its all efforts to have a rapid socio-economic transformation, build a strong national economy which can pave the way for the socialism, and Nepalese people wants broader international support and solidarity. Dear comrades, despite of unprecedented innovations in science and technology, and despite of the rapid expansion of globalization, on the one hand, we have the opportunity to have a prosperous life to the people across the globe. But due to the new liberalization, new liberal economic and political policies, the disparity is increasing rapidly. Only 1% of elites, they control almost 99% of global wealth. And still now, more than 1/4 population in the earth is facing starvation, poverty, backwardness, joblessness, and facing various problems. Youths, on the one hand, they are the pioneer, they are the architectures, they are the leader of the changes in science and technology and other fields, but large segment of youth is deprived to have a proper access to the education, to job, to employment, to have a decent life, to entertainment and rest. So, it is the biggest challenge of the day, how we can make the global order just and equitable so that we can address the problem of the majority of the youth, majority of the people. How we can make such a global order which can not only pay attention to the elites, to the rulers, to handful of the business community, rather how it can address, it can create a conducive environment to develop the personality, to get the equal opportunity in education and employment. I think that is the biggest challenge of the day. And moreover, terrorism, drug trafficking, abuse in various forms, and the misuse of the youths in such various activities is also the biggest challenge. How we can utilize optimum the capacity of the youth to the betterment of the humankind. It is a big challenge, and I think the whole Federation of Democratic Youth will ponder, will discuss intensively on these issues and chart out a new perspective for the youth movement in this context, and it will make a network, it will make a broader international solidarity, it will make new proposals against the global financial capitalist exploitations, and it will contribute for the progressive left and the democratic movement. In our context, Government of Nepal has its full solidarity with your struggle for a better future of the youth. Government will always be supportive to your cause. So, expressing these few words, I once again would like to express my best wishes for the successful convening of this General Council meeting 2018 of World Federation of Democratic Youth. I wish you nice stay in Kathmandu. The Kathmandu Valley is a blend of glorious and ancient history and modernism. It has almost at least glorious history of 3,000 years, a melting pot of the various cultural trajectories, and a window of the diverse society of Nepal. You can enjoy the scenic and cultural beauty of Kathmandu Valley. Once again, thanks to the organizers for providing me this opportunity to say few words of solidarity and welcome to the General Council meeting 2018 of World Federation of Democratic Youth. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Honorable Foreign Minister, for his beautiful speech towards us. So in the program, I am going to add one speech. That speech is going to be delivered by our OFD leader, Nicholas Papadimitriou. May I call upon on the dais, Nicholas, to have a few words with us.
First of all, I would like to say hello and give my salutations to the Prime Minister that he was here with us and he had to leave a few minutes ago. Of course, to the Foreign Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Pradip Wawali, to the Youth Federation of Nepal President, Comrade Ramesh Puder, to the President of the ANNS FSU, Comrade Nabina Lama, to the Vice President Ram Prasad, to the veterans of WFDY that we have them here with us from the region of Asia, to the whole youth of the world, and to the youth and the people of Nepal. Hello to everyone, and thank you for receiving us in your beautiful country. Of course, our special thanks are addressed to the member organizations of WFDY in Nepal, to the Youth Federation of Nepal, and to the ANNFSU, where, after our request for hosting this GC meeting in Nepal, there was no any second thoughts. They responded immediately, saying that they are available at the service of the international anti-imperialist youth movement. Of course, we address our thanks to the Communist Party of Nepal and to the State of Nepal for providing support to our members in implementing this General Council meeting in Nepal in 2018. You know, comrades, we gathered here in Nepal from the whole world in an important moment in the country. In a moment where the country, the progressive forces of the country, are providing the idea and the importance of the unity in order to meet prosperity, in order to meet progress, in order to succeed in social justice. This unity of the left movement, of the communist movement in the country, is a unique example, and it's something that we greet and salute. It is something that we are aiming to see in the near future to be transformed in social equality, in social justice, and to secure that the country of Nepal will remain outside the dangerous plans of the imperialists. Of course, our General Council meeting comes in a moment where we see on international level the imperialist aggression, an aggression which is intensified, an aggression that is explained to us through the means of wars, through the means of interventions, through the means of occupations and oppressions. We are seeing for almost 8 years now the bloodshed in Syria, a bloodshed that is clearly a result of the rise of fascist and fundamentalist groups, that they were supported by the imperialists, that are aiming to control the natural resources and to damage the sovereignty of Syria. We are seeing the last days an escalation and an intensification of the Israeli aggression against the Palestinians, against this country and this nation, which is aiming one of the biggest crimes of imperialism for so many years now. Enough is enough. We are sending a clear message from here that Palestine must be free, the occupation must be terminated, and the Palestinians have the total support and the solidarity of Mufti in the right for struggle. The act of the United States of America to move their embassy in Jerusalem, it is clearly an act of provocation, it is unaccepted, and they will find us in front of them. Of course, we have also other examples that they have unsolved questions and they are facing also imperialism, like Western Sahara, that is fighting for self-determination and for the end of the Moroccan occupation. And they also have our support. We see what is happening also in Latin America, with the imperialists trying to destabilize the whole region, with the imperialists making open threats for military interventions in order to control the people and the resources of the sovereign states of Latin America. We see a blockade that is imposed in Cuba for so many years now, and now it comes the time for this blockade to stop. In the same way that we were demanding the freedom of the 5 Cubans, we will keep demanding the end of the blockade in Cuba until the day we will succeed, and to support the safeguarding of the Cuban Revolution. Our GC meeting also takes place in a moment where we see the rise of the youth and the students to be totally attacked by the ruling classes in order to satisfy the benefits of the big monopolies. We give our support, and we will give our support from the GC meeting of Nepal to those youth that are struggling in order to conquer again their rights for education, for health, for entertainment, for employment. Dear comrades, we see also in the world the rise of fascism again. is something that we have to consider. It's something that we have to take care of it. It is something that it has to unite again all those forces in the world that are aiming not to live another world war and are aiming not to see the young blood to be shed for the interests of the imperialists. WFTY was created exactly after the World War II, exactly after the defeat of fascists and Nazis, to send this clear message that these dark ideologies will not rise up again. And we have a special duty to keep this main task of WFTY, to keep this main unity in order to stop and overthrow the rise of fascism. Dear comrades, in all those that I said, in all those crimes of the imperialists, in this aggression of the US and NATO that is trying to impose their agenda, WFTY has an answer to say. And this answer is the militancy of the progressive youth. This answer is our total support to those youth that are struggling every day, in the universities, in the workspaces, in the streets, in the roads. They have our support and they have our message that we will continue promoting the struggle until the day we will manage to safeguard peace in the world. WFTY has experiences, WFTY has examples to give, like the example of the 19th World Festival of Youth and Students that took place in Russia, that WFTY, again, even through difficult conditions, managed to send the message that is able, as an international organization, to bring this broader unity of the youth that are sharing common ideas for peace, for friendship, for solidarity, for the overthrow of imperialism. The General Council meeting of WFTY here in Nepal is the moment that we will show our reinforcement. Is the moment that we will create guidelines, that we will take decisions for the future action of WFTY. Is the moment that we will adopt resolutions, that we will be sending clear messages against imperialism and in favor of solidarity and peace and friendship. Is the moment that honors also the country of Nepal and the youth of Nepal. Because all those messages, all those decisions, we will have an orientation and a starting point, the historical land of your country. The historical land of Nepal that now consists an example, and as I said, of unity among those powers and those forces that are aiming to provide the ideas of equality, that are aiming to provide the idea of social justice, that are aiming to provide the idea of anti-imperialism. Let's move forward there with the youth united, forward for a lasting peace. Long live the anti-imperialist youth of the world. Long live the internationalist solidarity. Long live the progressive youth of Nepal.
Thank you, Comrade Nicholas, for his energetic speech towards us. So now I'd like to call our cultural group to show their culture. This culture name is Maruni Nritya. This is one of the famous culture of Nepal. So now our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Pradeep Gyali, is leaving from here. So farewell invite, give a big hand. And now it's the time of cultural program, that is Jhumra Nritya, not Maruni. Now the cultural group of Rashtriya Naach, they are coming in the stage by taking Jhumra Nritya, Jhumra dance. Okay.